Hello again, everybody. Well, we are out here off of 153 in the Shepherd community, I believe. We are looking for the historic yet abandoned Green Hill Cemetery. Now, I've heard it called another name. I think it's the Hardwick, but I am not sure on that one. So we're gonna get in here. This really does look like it's going to be a trek through the woods, but here we go. Apparently this is the entrance. Now, it does say Hardwick on one side. I'm not sure. Looks like the other one was taken out. So, you know what, everybody? I am going to turn the camera off and go up into here, just because it's going to be a rough little climb through here. You can see that it's pretty solidly covered. All right, guys. I swear I wasn't there yet, but then I started coming across a large area of a bunch of sunken-in areas. You can also see that there are the little metal things that show where people have been buried, and I have stumbled across Herman Maven. I can't read all of it, but in 1937. So I'm going to continue to look around in here, but I didn't think that this was in a swampy ground. I mean, this is from everything that I have read, this is an African American cemetery. I could not find a huge amount of info on it, unfortunately. So if anybody knows, please comment below, because I would dearly love to know something. And this is hardcore abandoned. I do not see a lot of headstones. All I see are a lot of these little metal things that in sunken in areas that tell you where people were. It also looks like the few headstones that I have been able to discover look like they're made out of concrete. Yeah, this is definitely this is definitely, there are so many graves in here. This is not even funny. And I don't even know, there's really not a lot of space. You can see another headstone there. I really haven't gotten into a clearing either. And that is really what bugs me. I mean, good Lord, look at this. Now, this place would be a candidate for Boy Scouts or somebody to come in. This cemetery is in desperate need of some love. And people are buried so close in here. 19 Pearl Harris, maybe 1943. So we have some folks. That one has sunken in. It's unbelievable how poor of a shape this people have let this cemetery get. This This needs some love desperately. And you can see that, I mean, really, I mean, it's a graveyard. Why would you throw debris in here? And you can see, well, I don't know if you can see or not, there are sunken in areas everywhere. So maybe if somebody sees this and gets oh, that's got a lamb on it, so that is a child. Maybe if somebody sees this, they can get a group. Elime Thurman, 1944. There's another one that's fallen in. I mean, you can see that there's stuff everywhere. I don't even know how far this goes. But that's just a shame. You should not be throwing stuff in a cemetery. I don't care if it's abandoned or not. You do not dump garbage in a cemetery. Ouch. Now some of these look more recent. I can't get over there. There's too many briars over there, and I was, based on some information, I thought there was going to be a clearing. But there really, unless there is a clearing, and I haven't gotten to it yet. And I am working very hard to stay in between the graves. I mean, people are packed in here so tight. This is a gardener, 1864 to 1945. Land. It's just lines upon lines upon lines of graves. A lot of them just have little stobs of stuff. There's really not a lot of stuff left in here. I'm gonna try to go over that way. It looks like there might be a clearing, but I am not sure. I do know too that this is very close. There's more over that way. This is very close to the Shepherd Community Cemetery. So it makes me wonder if this one was abandoned in favor of the Shepherd Community Cemetery. You can just see. Look at all of those sunken. I mean, there are hundreds in here. Now, if anybody recognizes any names in here, please let me know. It looks, I can't move all of that, but it looks like they died in the 1940s. So a lot of these graves were from the 1940s. I'm going to go this way. I don't want to, I'm trying my darndest to not walk on any graves, but it is very difficult. This entire area is literally covered up in graves. I think there's another headstone up that way. if you hear the big noises, yes, we are near the airport. Oh, good Lord. Guys, I don't know if I can get to that one. There are literally masses of sunken graves around here. And yes, I would say I'm pretty confident that that is the Shepherd Community Cemetery. So this is literally right next to it. Oh! Well, I'm going to try to get to it, but you know what, guys? I'm going to turn the camera off. Give me a minute. I've got to get past a lot of briars. All right. 1935. And here's a Hardwick. Calvin Hardwick, 1935. So I would guess that this big headstone is the Hardwick headstone, at least for this cemetery. I definitely can't get over to that. There are so many briars in this section, it's not even funny. Let me try to work my way back down over this way. This might be a place that I need to revisit in the wintertime. Although, with this ivy and stuff, I don't think that there would be much to see. I mean, there are literally, I know that there's a lot of green in here, folks. There's literally headstones everywhere. And I don't even know if the camera is catching them all, and I apologize. I think that this is definitely one of the worst off cemeteries I think I've seen in a while. Doesn't matter what goes on politically or anything like that. You have got to honor your dead. And even if that means that the city might take over to help clean up, it is still casting as hub hands. He was died in 1961, son of Addie H. Womble. Now I can't get over to that one. It is way too much, but based on these little sunken areas, I think that this cemetery literally goes right to the edge of the property line, which means that this is a pretty massive cemetery. There's that Benefield that I passed earlier. Gonna try to go down that way more. This doesn't look like it was. They probably couldn't pick a great location. This really is down in swampland. God, there's so many gravestones in here. I hope that the camera is able to capture. Look, just look. You can see these little sunken in areas. everywhere. And then there's so many trees that have fallen too. And then the trees that have fallen haven't really helped with all of this in here. But good Lord. There's a gardener. Manny H. Gardner in 1945. Oh my goodness. I mean, this is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. I do want to give a shout out to Shelley King Jr. I want to thank him for drawing my attention to this cemetery. I mean, I know I've hit a lot of them, but I try to hit the abandoned ones and the ones that are getting lost to history more, because they need a lot of love and need to not be forgotten. Goodness gracious. I mean, these sunken in areas just keep going and keep going and keep going. And if you'll look, I mean, we're right by a creek, so they didn't give them any good ground. They are literally buried right up to where this creek goes through. I'm gonna go back the other way because there's a giant tree blocking my way. I'm too short to step great across these. Like I said, guys, if anybody has any more information about this cemetery, it's interesting that it's got 2 names. I'd be really interested to find out what the deal is on that. Oh, I think I saw that one earlier, yeah. That's Pearl Harris. Goodness gracious. This is a place that I should have also worn long pants to, because this has been a fight to get in here. But worth it to see. More sunken in areas. You can see a little stone around there. This must be where it started, because I'm not really seeing a lot of sunken areas past here. And well, never mind. There is a metal stop here, so oh, here's another one over here. And let me know if I didn't cover the whole thing. I've tried to walk in a bigger spiral to try to encompass as much of the cemetery as I can get to anyway. Ouch. Ouch. Looks like a marble one. Another child. 1943 to 1945. William T. Finley. And Lord, right up against the creek. Now, I don't know if the creek originally ran through here or if it's just more modern where it's changed. Annie Sue, wife of Burnett Terrell, 1945. And there are still grave sunken in areas, literally right up to the edge of the creek. I'm not going to go that way. I am pretty sure that I am heavy enough that I will sink, but you can see the sunken in areas. Literally. Oh! Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Good Lord. Really hefty briars in here. And a lot of people never were able to come back because you can see the metal stobs, so people couldn't afford to come back and give a headstone to their loved ones. You can see there's another row of them right there. Now, it may be me because of the all these trees that have fallen down. They've really broken up the lines for me. I really can't tell the layout of this cemetery. I really can't. Oh. More, and you can see where fallen trees have fallen across these little metal things too. There's one right there. Oh Lord. There's more right there from trees. I'll tell you what, I'm going to turn the camera off. Give me a minute, I'm going to try to get over there. .1940, I can't read the name. Can't get too far over there, it's very squishy. But you can see that just this one tree falling over has messed up a lot in this one spot. They are literally, that's 1940 as well. Conyers, 1939, and there are still little headstones everywhere and little markers everywhere. Now, I don't know. I know that Find a Grave has some stones marked. This one's been lost, so it's been leaned up against a fairly large tree, but it's also got a big root. There's another lamb over there. I mean, goodness, I mean, just, I cannot believe how close all of these were buried together. This is unbelievable. Well, I'm going to try to find my way out. I'm kind of lucky that I guess stumbled in the way I did. I think I came in roughly at the halfway point, or at least where the road comes in. Well, I don't know if this is it, but I am definitely, I'm definitely back out at the street. And once I get out here, and find out where I was in reference to the rest of it. Okay, so I came out a little bit to the left, guys. Well, guys, I have to go. I hope you've enjoyed our little look at this cemetery. I hope to get in touch with a group to come in and clean this place up. Anyway, I'm off to go on some more journeys. Until then, why don't you go on a journey of your own? We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.